Oh, hello. It's noon. It's live. I'm adjusting my camera because I had it in a different location. Let me turn off my light. Looks like that overhead light's kind of annoying as well, huh? I'll turn on my backlight. You would think that with my new craft room, I have two different spaces that I like to work from to do filming, and you'd think that one would at least be clear, but that's not the case. I don't have one that's clear. I also can't find my iPad right now because it's buried somewhere on my desk. So if you make comments and I miss them, I am so sorry. I apologize. I can't keep looking up and doing this, so I'm going to go forward and I'll remind you guys throughout the time that I may miss your comments. Anyway, I am here today with Kristie Taylor Creations. She has these new, they're called Sparkle Spirits, and they are shimmering alcohol ink. They're brand new to the market. She gave them to me at Creativation. I am so excited to play with these. Not only is Kristie an amazing mixed media artist, and I'm going to share with you all of her YouTube channel and things like that down below after I upload the video. I'll go ahead and put that in the description, so give me a little bit of time to get that up. But not only is she an amazing mixed media artist, creator of this, she also happens to be my friend. And I met her at Creativation in 2019. We had been corresponding online, kind of ran across each other in an art area, I'm sure. And we instantly hit it off. She is so dear, so kind. And she just does amazing things. So I'm super happy to share with you her product. I don't get any kind of perks off of this other than she obviously supplied me with the alcohol ink because she wanted me to play with it. But I don't have an affiliated link with her. I'm not making any money off of her. I don't do my channel like that, you guys. If I don't like something, or if I don't like a particular company or someone, because some people are jerks, I don't work with them. I don't care if they pay me or they don't. To me, it's more important to have integrity and to stick to things that I love. I am not a commercial. I cannot be bought. Yes, I do have some affiliated links to stores, and I do try to tell you guys that when it happens. I also have affiliated links to stores that I don't even share because I don't like the product. So with me, you're going to get an honest review, and you are going to see how it is. I can't be bought. So that's just kind of where I am. With that, so let's get into this. I'm also going to be using, because she told me I needed to seal it, so I'm going to be using some Mod Podge Spray-On All-in-One Glue and Sealer on this as well. This is a new product. I got this from Plaid. And then this is a real smooth substrate, and I'm actually going to be sharing this particular modeling mold and paste tomorrow. I did it wrong, and this is my mess up. It's supposed to go in the garbage, but I thought it was too pretty to throw away, so I'm going to try to alcohol ink it. And today I'm going to be using these alcohol inks on 3 different substrates, 5 pieces of each, because I want to do some stamping. I'm going to be using them on your classic glossy cardstock, because we all know that that's where alcohol ink is supposed to work. I'm also going to be using it on water paper cardstock. The reason why is because she told me I can use it pretty much on anything. So I thought it would be fun to try that out. I have 2 sheets of that. I'm going to do something different with each of those, and then just a piece of mixed media paper as well. So that'll give us a nice variety to see how this alcohol ink interacts with different substrates. When I am done, I want to stamp my glossy accent, probably all, at least 3 of them, with some stamps just to see how it holds up with ink and things like that. If it transfers, what it does. So I'm going to be using the new Gina K designs, or I think they're new. I got these at Creativation as well. This is watercolor flower stamp set. And then this is, I love this one, Crafty and Creative. So I thought this would be fun, and I'm going to be using StazOn ink to be doing the stamping. So first of all, So let me tell you a little bit about what she told me regarding these. So you need to shake these up. They're highly flammable. There is a whole bunch of sparkle in it from what I understand. And you can dilute it and mix it when you get it out with either your typical alcohol blending solution, which is what I'm going to use because that's what I have, or you can use rubbing alcohol. How cool is that? So I actually don't have rubbing alcohol. That needs to be a staple in my craft room, I think. I've discovered that I'm needing that more and more and more. So I'm going to start off on the glossy accent first, and I'm just going to shake these up. These are, I think these are like prototypes, so I don't know the names of them. This one's like a really pretty brown. This one is like a blue. And then I'm just going to lay some color out, and then I'm going to blend it with my alcohol solution and see what happens. Now, I'm going to just do this kind of the traditional way first on this piece of paper, and I'm just going to do it like that. And then I'm going to take this one, which is the brown, just do it like this. So she did say that I do need sealer on this. And then what I do to get things to blend is I just take alcohol blending solution and kind of squirt it all over, and that kind of gets it moving. And then I take my dabber, and then I just go ahead and just kind of pick up. Did I do that on the wrong side? No, I didn't. Okay. And then I just kind of move it around like this. So the alcohol solution definitely does get it going more, I can tell. But it looks like once this color is down, it dries super fast. And it holds its shape, which is kind of nice. So from here, what I want to do is I actually want to finish it off with this and just, you know, kind of apply more. So with alcohol ink, I'm so used to not putting much down. And with this, it looks like you definitely want to use more than what you would with your what we all know, which is the Tim Holtz alcohol ink, right? Because with that you can literally put 4 or 5 drops down and you're good. So this is super cool. It does move around, and I am seeing some shimmer. The color on this is very bright, vibrant, and beautiful. Yeah. So let me go ahead and just pour out this on here. Then I'm just going to, I took my alcohol blending solution and I just put it down on this like so. And that does make a really, really gorgeous background. And let me show you, see if I can hold this up. And there is some shimmer to it. It is shiny. So that's pretty. Now, if I was done with this, I would seal it right now. However, I want to lay some StazOn ink and a stamp on it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to do the same thing again on glossy, well, the same substrate, glossy, but this time I'm going to do it how I traditionally learned how to lay out alcohol ink, and that is using a little handle. So I'm going to put down, I usually put like 3 of each color. In this case, since I've learned that it needs more, I threw on 5. And then I'm going to do this one as well. And then I'm just going to take my blending solution from here and pop this on like so. And let me just apply it this way and see what happens. Oh wow, that does give the traditional alcohol ink look. I will say this ink definitely holds its shape better than an alcohol ink that I've used before. It's not so runny. I like that. I love that look. Look how pretty that is. So that is, and it is super shiny. So that is with the blending solution and ink on the handle, and then this is with it just kind of directly on the paper. How cool is that? All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to move on to just a mixed media paper. And so for this one, I think I have some left. And this just gives, ooh, look how fun that background is. So I'm going to pop that background down first, and that's just the residual of what I had worked with the glossy sheets. That's kind of fun. And then I'm just going to take and just kind of go over, add it. And again, this is not glossy. This is the typical, mixed media cardstock, and just kind of dab this out. Now, I know that this is alcohol based. I'm wondering what would happen if I threw water on it and then also put this down. I wonder if that, you know what, I'll do that on the next one. I'm just playing, you guys. I've never played with this before, and so I'm just playing. Just learning. Then let me do this one. Oh, wow. Now, this is cool because some of that brown pulled into some of that pretty blue. I like that a lot. And then, oh, see, now when I squirted that down, it definitely had an effect on it. So if you don't want that look, I would not advise putting alcohol blending solution directly on your paper. I would do it probably more on the handle, but that's cool. I actually really like that. To me, that works. Yep, and this does blend. Wow, this is beautiful. This mixed media paper in this is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I can't talk. I love that. Look at that. So that is on the mixed media paper. How pretty is that? Oh, and the back's nice too. Okay, so from here, I wanted to do it on some watercolor paper. And I have two because I want to saturate one with water before I do it and lay it out, and then saturate the other with alcohol blending solution. So let me first saturate one with water. Again, this is alcohol, so I don't know like how this is going to work because it's, alcohol. And I'm just going to shake up my sparkle spritz. I'm just going to kind of lay that down and let it kind of do its stuff. Ooh, that's pretty. It's really fun. And this one, I think she has like 16 or 12 or 16 colors. I'm not quite sure. And then I'm just gonna move it around with some water again. Wow, so it does move a little bit with water. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my dirty towel and pick it up. That's kind of fun. And then I'm going to flip it over and just kind of go through my leftovers. Pick it up. And then, let's see here. So I'm going to try to blend it on now, just to see what it does. I am making a mess all over myself. My hands are so dirty. I need to stop putting the lids on. That's really stupid. Like, duh. Oh my goodness. So not smart. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, so yeah, so that's kind of cool. I mean, it really works on a, I mean, that works. That's distress watercolor paper. So how cool is that? And I'm just gonna pick up that. All right, so the last one that I want to do, and that is soaked before I move on to my mixed media butterfly substrate, because I don't know, I just thought it would be so pretty on that, is this one. So for this one, I'm going to lay it down more traditionally, in which I use the alcohol blending solution. and the ink on it as well. Okay, so, and I'm really saturating this up because it's watercolor paper, so it, wow, that blended really pretty. Okay, so I can see a difference between these two. This one I blended without the alcohol solution, so with alcohol. This one I blended just with water, and look at that. That's really, really cool. Okay, so from here, I want to take this substrate. This is a really cool substrate. It is, I did it wrong. I really did it wrong. So I'm going to do, I have it setting right now in the mold now. It's a different mixed media paste. It's actually out of Italy. The directions I found were in Italian. I don't speak Italian, so I messed it up. So trial and error. So by the time I come on and show you guys this product and what it does, I'll have it figured out by then. But it is super cool. It, basically you put their modeling paste into a mold, you let it dry overnight, and then it comes out with this like almost rubbery texture. So I kind of thought that this would be super fun to alcohol ink on, and I'm trying to find my right side. I think it's this side. I just want to see what it's going to do. So I'm going to do predominantly blue on the butterfly, and use what's left on my blending handle to do the rest. All right, so let's see here. That's cool. That's so cool. And I'm just, that's gorgeous. I can't talk. Gorgeous. I can't, gorgeous. 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 I can't talk. Okay, so I'm really like laying this out. Let me take some of this. And I think I am going to put a little bit of brown in here. There we go. And then I'll just take and pick it up. So that's fun. Wouldn't that be pretty on a canvas, on like a mixed media canvas? I love it. All right. So I'm going to set that aside. Now I want to see how it does with ink. And she did tell me I need to seal it, so it does still move. I want to see what it will do with ink before I seal it. So let me move this off to the side up over here, and I will just take this and kind of wipe an area on my surface, right? All right, so is this one dry yet? Yeah, that's pretty dry. So I'm trying to lift. It does lift a little bit. She is right. It does lift. Of course she's right. She's a creator of it. She would know it better than anybody else. She is like the god to her sparkle spirits. So anyway, I'm just going to leave that there so you guys can see it, and I'll give you the links down below when I'm done. All right, so for this one, I think I'm just going to use some of these stamps. This is the Gina K. These are new to me, at least. And I do have it on a foam pad because these are clean, so they don't have a nice rubber mounting on them. So I do need to use that foam pad with it. And I'll throw on a couple of the leaves. Okay, so I'm going to use some Stays On in Midnight Blue. I thought it would match nicely. And I am using Stays On because it is a all-surface, fast-drying ink. It does work well with alcohol, so let's see how this works. that nice and inked up. Now I don't want to smoosh it around too much because it is a glossy surface. So this is the test. Can you stamp on it? And you can. Wow. How pretty is that? Oh, I love it. Now it is still wet, so when I'm all done, I'm going to go ahead and use a sealer on it. But yeah, it didn't seem to interfere with stamping at all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the images and then I'm going to go over it and seal it after. I wasn't quite sure how it would work with the sealer on and then the stamped images. So let me actually do this little Crafty Friends one, or the Greatest Friends and Be Creative. Another Gina K ones. But yeah, I love that. That's really pretty. Let's do, this one is like glossy again. So I'll do it on this. Oh, I'm going to use a super big acrylic block for this one. Okay. My desk is a train wreck. If you guys could see what was around me, you would laugh. Be creative every day. Oop, I didn't get every day there. Okay. Now, if you guys don't do ATCs, which is what these sizes are, oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Oh, I like that. So if you don't do ATCs, which are 2.5 by 3.5, that's cool. You can totally put this on a card front. In fact, you could take this ATC and plop it on a card front. So don't think, oh, she's doing ATCs, I can't do that. No, 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 you can totally do it. Just modify it, you know. I love that. That might go on a card front. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do, this is the watercolor cardstock. So let me do this one again on this. Let's see how the watercolor cardstock does this. Now, this is a textured cardstock, so the texture definitely shows through, which is totally okay. I like it. All right. And this one. Oh, that's pretty. So that's on the textured cardstock. And again, I still have to seal it because it does lift, but there is some beautiful shimmer in this. Really pretty. And then, looking for my other textured, though that's my mixed media. Okay, so I'm going to do the Be Creative on this one. And I'm really curious to know when I throw down the Mod Podge, the sealer, if it alters this at all, because see, it does go on wet, and we've already shown that though this does hold its shape nicely, it still will move. So I'm very curious to see what it does. Now this piece of paper that I'm working on is actually still wet, but look at that. That is so pretty. I love this. And then last but not least, I'm going to do something different on this one. This is the mixed media sheet, so I'm actually going to use both stamps on this. I'm going to use the Be Creative Every Day in the middle. And then I'm going to do some edging with this Gina K one, which is, I think it's called the Watercolor Flowers. watercolor flower stamp set. Yep, okay. So, get that nice and inked up. And do one up there. Do some down here. I'm just having fun, guys. Hope you don't mind. And then right here, right there. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and seal this, and let's see how it seals with this Mod Podge. Again, this is a new product, the Mod Podge is. I got it from Plaid, and I got it in the gloss. They also have a matte, too. And I believe that they are sending me some more, the different types. So the other one of this as well, so I get to play with that. So I'm going to take all of these, and I'm going to do my glossies over here, my mixed media in the middle, and then my watercolor right there. And I'm going to take this, and I need to seal this as well, my butterfly. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and spray it down. You want to shake this up, this Mod Podge. Now, this is a sealer and a glue. So I actually have an idea. So I'm going to take, and it's not really altering the image much. Now, I'm going to move these aside, and I'm going to do something on this. I want to try. It says it's a glue. This says it's a glue. So let's see if it's really a glue. So let me move this up. And I'm going to take, and I'm going to glue my butterfly to that sheet, okay? I'm going to have to trim some of it off, obviously. That's okay. I'll trim off, there we go. Okay, I'll use that. I'll save that for later. So let's see if this really is a glue. So I'm going to first cover it down, and then I'm going to take and just set my butterfly on it like so. And then press it in. It's not wanting to hold up there on the top. I really just soak this thing. Let's see if it holds. It says it's a glue. I'm just seeing if it holds. It's an excellent sealer. I have used it to seal before, and it really does work. Yeah, no, it doesn't, maybe I just need to let it set up a little bit and see if it holds. I should spray this too. Let me spray the back. Maybe that's the trick. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry. It's still wanting to move, but the glue's still wet. The sealer's still wet, so we'll have to see how that plays out. And then take a look at these. I'm trying to find a clean spot on my hand. Let me get a white paper towel. See if this sealer really works. I'm trying to find one that's pretty dry. That one's still wet. Let me hit it with a heat gun. Yep, it seals it. I'm not getting anything up. So it works, you guys. It totally works. Okay, not sure. The jury's still out on if the glue works or not. It's not appearing to work as a glue, the Mod Podge. So it might not work on every substrate. Let me try to set it a little. I also didn't read the directions. So, so it says, let's see, can be applied to almost any surface by spraying, brushing, or pouring. Protect work surface with newspaper or drop cloth. Shake bottle gently for 15 seconds. Okay, and then, yeah, it's not, I'm not, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't know if it's really that great of a glue. It's an excellent sealer, though. Mod Podge Spray-On All-in-One Glue and Sealer. I've read that like 4 times. I'm trying to make sure I haven't lost my mind. Okay, so let me continue to dry this. Okay, you guys, it does hold as a glue. It just has to dry. That's it. All right, so my verdict on these Kristie Taylor Creations Sparkle Spirits is that they're awesome. I love them. They're so fun. I love that I can stamp on them. I like that I can use them on multiple porous, non-porous substrates. The colors are gorgeous and there is sparkle to them. So this is very cool. I'm going to give you her links provided in the description as soon as I get this uploaded on YouTube. And the Mod Podge Spray-On All-in-One Glue and Sealer. This is a hit. This is going to be a staple for me. It works. It really does. You just have to wait for it to dry for it to hold its glue. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and thank you, Gina K, for the wonderful stamps. Again, the stamps that we used were the watercolor flower stamps and the crafty and creative. So thank you so much, Gina K. Thank you so much, Kristie and Mod Podge, for all of the wonderful goodies that I was able to play with. I will provide the links down below. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and please join me tomorrow live at noon. Until next time, happy crafting.